Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my wild card weekend NFL predictions. My dad will be joining me for every pick this video, so you're going to get both mine and his predictions. And as always in the comments, let me know who you think is going to win this weekend as well. Quick plug before we hop into it, don't forget to check out G Fuel, don't forget to check out Waggle, and don't forget to use code WyattzWorld at sign up on Prize Picks, where you can guarantee yourself to win a free $50 with your first $5 entry. However, please always remember to play responsibly, and let's get into the video. Okay, so kicking off wild card weekend, we have got the Rams at the Panthers on Saturday. You guys ever seen Brock Lesnar versus Kofi Kingston for the WWE Championship? Or MMA fans, remember McGregor versus Aldo? And for those who have no idea what I'm talking about, basically I think the Rams are just gonna crush the Panthers. And I'm sorry, but I really do think that. And if I'm wrong, Panther fans deserve to bury me. This is a game where I think experience, coaching, overall talent obviously, are gonna come into a major factor. Sean McVay, Matt Stafford. This is their wheelhouse, brother. This is not their first rodeo, and it won't be their last. Well, it might be Matt's last. I'd be sad if it was, but this is going to be brand new to the Panthers. This will be brand new to Dave Cannell as a head coach. This will be brand new to Bryce Young. It's at home, so I want to say that's going to help them, but I really think that the Rams are just going to lay it to them. I'll take Los Angeles 28-14.
Hello, all you WyattzWorld junkies. Hey, Wyatt's going to let me do the playoff picks. I told him we got to make a contest out of this, so I hope he's not looking at my picks before he makes his, but I think he probably is. So we'll start out with the Rams visiting the Panthers. They had a regular season game, and the Panthers ended up winning. Not sure exactly how. Rams must have had a bad one that time, but you look at these two, and their defenses are actually very similar, within a half yard of total yards given up on a game, but their offenses are vastly different. The Rams with the superior offense. You got Stafford over Young. I got to take the Rams in this one. Look for the Rams to win it 24-17.
Now moving on to Saturday night, we have the Packers at the Bears, round 3. I'll take Chicago to win this 21-17. The only thing that worries me about Chicago here is their defense. It's just not been great. It's been pretty fucking bad, actually, in certain situations. But I also don't think the Packers offense is anything to be worried about. I don't think there's anything to be scared of there. And I'm not meaning to sit there and knock on the Packers, but I think Chicago has more of a spark. This is in Chicago. Bears also hold a top 6 offense in the league. Chicago, you're going to the divisional.
Green Bay Packers at the Chicago Bears. Two NFC North teams going at it for the third time. I think they split during the regular season, although Green Bay probably should have won the last game. Chicago eked it out. As much as I'd like to pick the Bears here, the Bears really let me down against the Lions and looked like crap. And Green Bay, of course, looked like crap against the Vikings, but they weren't playing anybody. I just think that as much as I hate to say it, and the Bears fans, I'm sorry, I think the Packers go in there and they win this game 24-21. Move on to the next round where they'll be taken out.
Now we have Sunday at noon, the Bills at Jacksonville. Okay, you know, this is the thing about this game. I'm just gonna level with you guys like I always do. A big part of me that thinks we're gonna get our asses beat, not gonna lie. But there's also a big part of me, an equal part of me, that believes the Bills are gonna win this game, and the reason is because they're the fucking Bills. I've seen it, you've seen it, we've all seen it. They can beat any team. It just depends on who shows up. Now, the good news for the Bills is Jacksonville's secondary, it's known to be exposed. The bad news for Buffalo is Jacksonville has the best run defense in the league. Now, I'm not saying I don't think James Cook can get past him, because I think James Cook is an elite running back, but it is going to be a battle. Also, you guys want to see something fucked? This is the Bills' receiving room this year. Brandon Beane should be sued. Suppose I do need to pick this game, though. Obviously, I'm going to go for the hometown here. I'll take Buffalo 27-24.
Bills at the Jaguars. Features a #1 rush offense against a #1 rush defense. And this is in Jacksonville. You know, this seems like the year the Bills should be able to get by and move to the Super Bowl, because all the teams that normally knock them out aren't in it. But something about Jacksonville, and I didn't give their coach much credit at the beginning of the year. He's done an excellent job. You got to give him a lot of credit. I think Jacksonville ekes this game out 28-27 and sends my son's poor Buffalo Bills packing again. I'm sure Wyatt's going to pick the other way, so this will be one that I get up on him.
Now we've got the 49ers at the Eagles. I'll take San Francisco 21-14. Yeah, I think it's kind of a shot in the dark here. I know it's in Philly. It's going to be a hostile environment. Philly obviously coming off of a Super Bowl trying to get right back there. And the 49ers, well, they got a little bit of Buffalo in them where they can get their asses pummeled, but they can also beat any team in the league at any given day. I think Purdy's going to bounce back. CMC's going to have over 150 all-purpose yards. Kittle's going to have a big day. Now, I am a little bit worried about Saquon, but something tells me Shanny's got a game plan for this. He's gotten this team this far. It ain't all for nothing. I got the 49ers knocking the Eagles out of the playoff.
49ers at the Eagles. This is a game that I would have picked the 49ers in, but I watched them in that last game against Seattle, and they seem kind of listless. The Eagles really are not themselves, or at least I don't think they played as well as they did last year, especially towards the end of the season. However, this is in Philly. It's hard to win in Philly. San Francisco's been playing like trash, at least the last game. I mean, it just wasn't there, and I don't think it's going to be there in this game. I think Philly ekes them out here, 23-21, and Philly moves on.
Moving on to Sunday night, we have the Chargers at the Patriots. Patriots win 24-20. Can't lie, playoff Herbert scares me. He really, really does. Also, it's in New England, one of the hardest places to get a win. I think Mike Vrabel was born ready for this. He's got the team to win it. Patriots defense is going to be all over Herbert, like I said. Expect New England to control this game for nearly the entirety of it.
Chargers in New England. Tough game to pick. I think it's going to be closer than most people think. I think Harbaugh will do a nice job to get the Chargers ready to go against New England. Of course, Mike Vrabel's got New England playing top notch. I just don't think New England's going to make a run all the way to the Super Bowl, but I think they're going to get close. I think they're going to beat the Chargers in this game, though. I like Drake May over Herbert in this game, plus it's in New England. I think that New England wins this game 24-19.
And ending with Monday, we have the Texans at the Steelers. Here's the thing. One team this year in the AFC or the NFC who shouldn't make the Super Bowl is going to. It's either going to be the Panthers or it's going to be the Steelers. Maybe not the Super Bowl, but the NFC or AFC championship. Which also means I'm going to be wrong on one of these two picks because I'm taking the Texans here. After the game Mike Tomlin just coached, I cannot fathom picking him to beat the Texans. Tyler Loop saved Mike Tomlin's career. DeMeco Ryans has got a mortifying defense, a horrifying defensive line, a boomer bust offense, I will admit that, but when they're on, they're on. I think this is going to be a gritty, slow game where the Texans end up winning 20-13. Imagine if the Steelers won this game by another missed kick. That would be absolutely ridiculous. Dad, what do you think?
And I got to quit picking with my heart, and this is going to be a case where I'm not going to do that. You've got Pittsburgh hosting the Houston Texans. Texans with the #1 defense in the league. You know, Aaron Rodgers, I can't stand the guy, but he's been serviceable. But when he's tough against a tough defense, he's had a few problems, and I think he's going to have a lot of problems against Houston in this game. I think it's going to be close, but I think that Houston's going to end up winning it 23-20, and they're going to move on, and Aaron Rodgers will be done in Pittsburgh. Sorry, Steeler fans, I'm wearing the shirt, but I just can't see them winning this game. I might make the next picks if Wyatt allows me. I'll probably be 6-0 and Wyatt will be 3-3 because he picks with his heart rather than with his head. Let's see what happens. It's a contest straight up, and I told him not to look at my picks before he makes his. I think he does quite often, but anyway, all you WyattzWorld junkies, have a good one, and I'll see you next time.
And that is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen, for my NFL Wildcard Weekend prediction. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did and you want to show support, please do it because you know I appreciate it. However, in the meantime, I'm going to get this whipped up so you guys can watch it on time. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. And as always, I will see you in the next video.